Pepsi or a Coke? What's the difference between the two? If you are thirsty, Coke will do the same thing or Pepsi will do the same thing. Just observe, are you decisive in that moment? Simple thing whether to drink Coke or Pepsi, indecisive. So when the complex situation comes, how can we take the decisions? So it is the whatever process of growth has not happened in the womb where it has been natural, through the process of incubation, it has to correct that situation, and it has to remain until the body attains the maturity. So it is, the incubators are used to give the artificial respiration to the child. The moment body attains the maturity, the breathing becomes natural and normal.
And then the light enters the child at that point, or has it already been working?
It is working around, because the part of the light is on the horizon. It is in the light, body is already there, but it has not found itself to be ready to enter. So it is hovering over that. This is what happened when the Holy Prophet, the light body was not ready enough. Body has to attain to a certain amount of maturity before the light could stay, and it found darkness inside. When the awareness of Holy Prophet, the light from the Holy Prophet's forehead represents the awareness of an enlightened one. The moment the understanding of the enlightened one rubs onto you, it begins to bring about a miraculous changes in your life. If any of the single word that has been spoken is understood and becomes a part of your life, a new journey begins. So when the light from the forehead of an awakened one, an enlightened one, is brought into the body, which found in darkness, the light comes in. Then the light or the soul remained there. This is the whole concept according to the Islamic tradition. God created man in his image, put the light into it. Light could not stay because there was utter darkness. Then he took the light from the forehead of Holy Prophet, it stayed on. What is the light from the forehead of Holy Prophet? Light from the forehead of the Holy Prophet, it is here the energy has moved from all the lower centers. It has reached the heart center. From the heart center, it has reached its center of expression. From there, it has become the command. Now this light is ready to command you, go and stay there. So all the command has to come from there. So the command and expression is together. You cannot give a command if you do not have the power of expression. Power of expression and command go hand in hand together. And then up to here is duality. And beyond that, the first two centers, the Mooladhara, the earth center and the water center, they represent the physical aspect of life. Then the other represents when the energy moves, when the solar plexus and heart center merge into one another, emotional aspect attains maturity. And when the center of expression and center of command merges into one another, the spiritual aspect is completed. And that time, Holy Prophet represents that. All the physical aspect is complete, the emotional aspect is complete, the command and expression is complete. I command you to stay there. The awareness. And awareness stays. Light stayed in the man. The darkness could not comprehend it. Light overcome the darkness. Light is stayed on. This is the subtlest aspect of that particular expression from Holy Quran, that the light was taken from the Peshani of Hazrat Payghambar Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and it is stayed there. Peshani means forehead, the center of command. Center of expression and command are one now. What I command is expressed through the energy of the expression. It is the energy of the command has become my expression. The word becomes more rhythmic, the musical. You had a question.
The question I had was, how do you cultivate the practice in everyday life? What are your suggestions?
What you have to do?
Yes, cultivating it.
How do you cultivate the everyday
in
practice?
our everyday practice.
Okay, the first and the foremost thing is you have to begin the journey somewhere, and it based on your introspection. First, they always, in every situation, whenever any new situation is coming in your life, do you accept it or not? No.
Depends.
No, 99% case we do not accept it. So what you do, first thing when you get up in the morning, whatsoever happens, either the circumstance and situation comes it, the choice is yours to accept it or not to accept it. That freedom you have it. You have reached the traffic light. The light is red. You have to pause. All of a sudden, a beggar comes to ask for the money. Somebody a voice says, "Don't open the window and give the money." This man will identify the car and always look for the money, not accepting it. Whatsoever circumstance and situation, or whatsoever the person you meet for the first time, you are going to accept it. This is the first step you make. If I ask you to stand up and raise your one foot, you will ask me which foot to raise. I am not telling you which foot to raise. That is your choice, to raise the left foot or the right foot. Let's suppose you'll raise the left foot. Then I ask you to raise the right foot again. Now, can you raise the 2 feet simultaneously?
No.
No. First foot is your choice. And once you have taken the first step, you are bound by it. So the moment you have not accepted the situation, you said no. Then you are sticking by that, you are bound by that. Always, my grandmother used to say that anybody will pay respect to her. So instead of saying God bless you, so it seems that you are a custodian of God or his secretary. So on his behalf, you can tell him, yes, I bless you. The boss is not there, so boss said to give you blessing. How can I say something on behalf of someone unless I have experienced that blessing within? So it is always choose to be happy. The first step, if it comes out of awareness, understanding and love, the person or the circumstance and situation has come, it has come to me as a test. How far I have grown into meditation, how far I have grown in understanding. The moment this comes in, at every moment, God gives us the opportunity to see, to introspect. You are meditating, but has meditation flowered into you? if you have been meditating, then its fragrance and its beauty must reflect through your being, through your gestures, through your countenance. You cannot act. A meditator is like a pregnant woman. The moment a woman is pregnant, she has known that a change has taken place within her biology. She is no more an ordinary person, she is carrying a new life in her womb, a new consciousness. Her every action is guided by that understanding. A meditator is one, a little light has come, a new life has begun. My every step has to be guided by that understanding, that light. Not that an actor who has to act in the scene as a pregnant woman. She comes dressed up, and the director tells her that you have to bend in a particular way like a pregnant woman, but she forgets that. The scene is cut. You cannot pretend to be a pregnant person. You will make somewhere or the other mistakes. So once the change has taken place, you can begin with, in the morning at 6 o'clock, whatsoever happens, whatever circumstance and situation comes in, even that, in Hindi we say khadoos, the idiotic boss comes in front of me, I will wish him with all my love and awareness, wish him. Although I do not agree, but I will wish him. And with full sincerity, whatsoever it is, circumstance or situation, then you can increase it from 1 to 2, 6 o'clock, then 7 o'clock, or 10 o'clock, or after lunch, whatsoever happens for the first thing, I will accept it. So slowly and slowly your consciousness is getting grooves. Then a moment will come, then you increase it to 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it becomes a habit. I'll give you an example. My daughter made something, a dish. She posted on the Facebook as normal, and she wrote a description. I made this dish. First I make a bed of lettuce. On top of that, this thing garnished, then this sauce, then that. So that post is normally seen by all her friends and family, those. So my sister's daughter saw it. She said, Sargam, you are talking like Taoshobuddha. I read the conversation between the two of them. Then my daughter says, Sheetal, you have forgotten. If daddy has given that description, he would have certainly used 2 words. Without that, he will not talk meditatively and lovingly. Cooking meditatively, cooking lovingly. He must mention those words. So it is becoming a habit. You observe the behavior, then the life begins to move in a totally different dimension. You have to choose your own pattern, how to start the life. I don't have anybody guiding me, what should I do? Whatsoever comes naturally, respond. So begin somewhere. And whenever any situation comes, you have 2 choices, either to be happy or unhappy. In most of the situation, we try to be unhappy. Change the gestalt. Try to be happy. Happy means acceptance. The moment you accept that, you are moving in a totally different journey. Gestalt has changed. We were moving outward, now we are moving inward. We were moving through that, we were moving differently. And that is the whole process of spirituality, is changing the gestalt.